Hey, I'm out here on my deck again, and I'm checking out my tomato plants. I got to do some pruning and tying, just some maintenance on them. They all have leaves, flowers on them, so I got to make sure I'm suckering the indeterminate ones, and my tomato is growing pretty well. Just want you to see that. That's the only one I have though, so hopefully I'll have more soon. But let's get set up for that. Okay, I'm gonna do some suckering on this one, and I'm gonna tie it to the bamboo stake. So we got a little one here. There's one here. And it's a huge one here. Prickly. I really don't like to let them get this big because you leave a bigger wound in your plant when you prune them. You know, when the sucker is this thick. So the earlier you can get them, the better. So just try to stay on top of it if you can. It's just been really hot here, so it's hard to find a nice time to get out here and do any work. I know that's an excuse, but if you want to work in 99-degree heat, go ahead, but sometimes it's hard to do. So I got that one off. I got new fruit coming up here and fruit growing up here, and I'm just gonna take it and tie it a little closer to the stake using my twine. And I'm not damaging the plant at all. I'm not putting extreme force on it. I just wanted to grow straight up this bamboo stake. And if you can see here, I got another sucker right here. I have new fruit here. I have new growth here. So at this point, it's okay to take this one off now because I still have new growth at the top of the plant. Let me see if you can see that. This is what I'm talking about, the sucker that's right here. I have new fruit back here, and you just want to be careful to never sucker above your new growth, your new fruit, because if you do, you may end up pruning the top of your plant and you won't have any new growth. But I do see new growth right here, so it's okay to take this one off. So I'm going to get rid of it while it's small. We'll go on to the next. This one has quite a few small suckers, so I'll get them off for a little. Got one here. See, since I've been slacking, you run into this right here. A new tomato plant out of the sucker. Since I can see that I do have new tomatoes here, new flowers anyway, and I do have new growth up here. Well, I'm actually going to wait on this one because I see new tomatoes, but I'm not sure if that's new growth, so I'm not going to take this one off yet. Because in all actuality, this could be my sucker. I'm not sure yet, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. But I am going to tie this one to the bamboo stake just to kind of give it some stability right now. It's kind of going everywhere, but I'll tie this one a little lower than the other one. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of some of this foliage also because I don't have anything down here. It's just leaves, just foliage. This may or may not be the right thing to do. I'm not telling you to do it, but my fruit is way up here. I got a few suckers down here, and also see some discoloration in my leaves. So I don't want that either. I'm getting that off of there. And I just kind of want this plant to support fruit and not vegetation. I don't need the vegetation. I can't eat it. So like I said, I'm not a plant professional, so I'm not telling you to cut the vegetation off of your plants. I'm just taking it off mine, and it may or may not be a good idea. I will find out, and I will learn through trial and error. So I'm gonna try it, and if it gives me better yields, then it was a good thing to do. But right now I don't feel like it's necessary because I don't have fruit way down there. And since it's on my deck, I'm trying to keep it as neat and as clean as possible as far as the plants are concerned. So I'm just trying to keep it clean. And we'll see what happens with this one. On to the next. Alright, this one has lots of little baby suckers at the bottom. I did a pretty good job on maintaining this one. Actually, no, I'm seeing a huge sucker at the top. But I would ask anybody in the video, is there, well, in the comment section, is there a method to pruning the lower leaves? Am I doing too much? What should I look for when I'm pruning? I got this. That sucker has fruit on it. This one does also. This is what happens. You let one sucker grow, and you know, you can't, it's hard to find out which one is the main stem sometimes, because they both have new growth. But since I want to keep the fruit on both of them, I'm not gonna eliminate the sucker completely. I won't do that. But what I will do is I will snip it off right behind the fruit, and in theory it shouldn't grow anymore. It should still fruit, but it won't grow anymore. It'll grow on this stem here. So it'll be kind of awkward looking. But yeah, that's how I'm going to do this one. And once again, that may be wrong, but then it might be somebody that says, hey, I should try that. Or at the end of my season, we'll see how well it worked. And I may have done something smart or very idiotic. We'll find out. Sometimes that's the way you learn, just by trying different stuff. Everything doesn't work 100% of the time, all the time. Gotta try something different sometimes. You never know what you'll come up with. It's called science. Alright, so I'll sucker this one now and do some pruning also. Getting her cleaned up. And I'm not even sure how much I've delayed my fruit production by not taking the time to get out here in the heat and prune or sucker my tomato plants. So I could have simply caused a huge delay in, you know, production just by not doing that. But we will see how they produce from now on. We got a sucker here. And tie this one down. What I just did, I don't recommend doing, because I felt something when I put that bamboo stake back into the soil, and I believe I just went into the root system, and I possibly could have damaged this plant. So don't do that. That might have been a big mistake. I was trying to position in a different position to better support the plant because it was leaning. But now that I think about what I just did, that's probably very stupid, so don't try it. Leave it in the place that you had it in the beginning, because jabbing stuff into your potting mix could very well damage your root system, like I may have very well just done. So don't do that. Alright, this one. Get all this stuff off of here. I got quite a few flowers. Sure they get pollinated. Okay. Sucker here. And we're good. So we'll just stake this one tied to the stake. Oh, I missed one. There we go. Got it. Okay.